The first time I ever even heard the term walk-in, I instantly knew on a soul level that whatever it was would be important. Not until shortly later did I discover that I was one. Walk-ins are where there is more than one soul in a single physical body. You could be the walk-in, or you could have one with you. There are a couple of different scenarios of how this can happen that I will outline in this blog post. So, you may be wondering how to know if you have a walk-in soul? There are 5 main types of walk-ins that all have very distinct traits. They also have different effects on the body or on someone's mental health. So let's get into it. Here are the 5 main types of walk-in souls and how to identify them. Walk-in number 1, human-bound, braided soul, twin flame. These beings have created some form of soul bond. It is 2 human souls in a physical vessel, often accompanied by overarching themes of love stories, savior stories, or themes of dependence. From the early periods of 0 AD to the end of the 18th century, people were practicing a lot of different kinds of magic and blood rituals, which ended up creating a lot of Akashic soul bonds. Till death do us part. We'll be together forever. I promise to never leave you. These are all words and phrases commonly used, which might actually play into the soul contracts to never be separated. This might also include situations where someone has a walk-in because they felt they needed them to be safe, or because they had a big contract coming up where they needed someone to literally walk beside them, or in them, so that they wouldn't have to face it alone. For example, if the soul knew it was going to have to experience one more abusive relationship before it finally entered its spiritual awakening era, and they needed that extra strength to get through it. This type of walk-in brings some of the most physical issues and even mental diagnoses. From doing over 4,000 client sessions, I have seen a lot of people diagnosed with things such as bipolar, BPD, multiple personality disorder that have some form of walk-in amplifying the patterns in which they experience symptoms. It may explain why people have difficulty struggling with decision-making, trusting themselves, knowing what they want out of life, or having episodes of high highs and low lows. It's like having too many cooks in the kitchen. Both souls may be trying to control the outcome and the physical vessel, which can make things super complicated for someone. Walk-in number 2, lower vibrational energetic match. Walk-ins common to near-death experiences, substance use, or other forms of loss of consciousness is the energetic match walk-in. This is an example of times where someone can step into a body who is not an enlightened soul. If you've ever heard of times where a person woke up in the hospital and forgot who they were, you guessed it. This would be an energetic match walk-in. Soul fragments can even extend from blood transfusions or organ donations, acting like a walk-in on a person's system. Crazy, right? If we are using any type of narcotic or alcohol and playing into lower vibrational fields of anger, sadness, apathy, guilt, and shame, we can be almost like a beacon to disincarnates. Walk-in number 3, the original occupant. With the original occupant, we often see another person or being who has gone further in their spiritual development work, being hired to a family line to lighten the load. The enlightened being will come in together with the person who is genetically hooked into the family line and gets to work. What they commonly will experience is feeling like we don't fit in, being the black sheep of our family, having different beliefs and values than our family, looking different than your birth family. As the being that is hired, it is our job to use our further spiritual level of awakening to clear the Akashic records of that family line that may not have the tools or awareness to do it themselves. The 4, the starseed walk-in. Starseed walk-ins are here to raise the consciousness of humanity. We are here to integrate our wisdom from other planets, incarnations, and galaxies. In order to do this, we also need to clear our human-level trauma so that we can accelerate to the higher levels of what we are. You will likely have vivid dreams and visions, a certain subject you are so passionate about sharing and teaching, a big urge to support humanity, experienced very specific scenarios as training your entire life. Walk-in number 5, galactic level walk-in. Galactic level walk-ins are here to bring new inventions and possibilities to human. These advanced beings have no ancestral karma or family baggage. They are simply here to be activators and experiencers. They do not have to lead with their trauma. and do not have to go through the emotional depths of dark night of the souls. Instead, they step into leader and visionary roles naturally. Famous galactic-level walk-ins range from Elon Musk to Nikola Tesla.